Well, hello my YouTube friend. Today I am happy because first of all, it's been a while since I haven't done a video on YouTube, and it's also more than a while since I haven't got a new TERZUOLA. Basically almost a year since my latest acquisition, so you can imagine how happy I am each time I get a knife from my favorite maker. I would call him like that. Overall, my favorite maker, for the maker and for the man he is, and a wife he has. I like everything about that guy, and his knives just drives me crazy. And I will try to let the passion aside a little bit, because you know me, it's really hard for me to let the passion aside, and to present you this knife with all its merits. And we will start right now, as usual, with the handle. So first of all, the model is probably the only one that I have, which is an ATCF. Usually I'm more, and I've explained that on my previous video, I love Bob, I love his knives, but I don't love all his knives. Basically, I like the Eagle Rock design, and especially when you have some triple grind with some crazy material and inlays, and when you can appreciate the work of the men. And this one is no exception when it comes to the work involved in the making of this knife. But it's kind of different, first of all, because of and this is something that I really appreciate. It's kind of different, first of all, because of the model, which is an ATCF. I would say a modified ATCF. This one is really special. And also because, as you can see, it has this very particular finish on the blade, which is stone wash. And I don't recall seeing a lot of them made by Bob. So this is something very special also, and I truly appreciate it. Something else that I appreciate is the material. This one is silver twill carbon fiber. I mean, I had a couple, I would say, during my collecting life, a couple of silver twill, and that was an ugly material, a material that I really despise. And when my buddy Scott from Blade Junkie offered me this knife, the fact that it was silver twill was a no-go. But, looking at the fact that it was Bob knife, that it was an ATCF, that it has really this blade that I adore, the stonewash finish, this tab that we're going to talk about, the inlay, I say, what the heck, let's try it and let's give it a chance. And actually, at the end of the day, this is probably one of the features that I like the most on the knife. I'm trying to show you how beautiful it is. I think that the one that I had previously was probably, silver twill, it's not a material that you see that often. And I think that there might be some confusion of the material involved when you call it silver twill. And I think that the one that I had was probably a G10 silver twill. And this one is definitely carbon fiber. And it's a truly amazing with those silver, reflective, really shiny part, but not shiny at the point where it's going to be like, popping from everywhere. As you can see, it's shiny, but very classy. Man, I'm amazed with this material. So I said that I'm going to present the knife. Let's do it. So ATCF is a slightly different model from the Eagle Rock, but I don't know about the other, but this one is quite significant. And I think that what I like in the Eagle Rock is the size. And I think that this one, I haven't brought any of the Eagle Rock, but honestly, I think that the size is the same. The difference is mainly, on the design of the handle, I would say. And the blade is always different with Bob, so you cannot really rely on the blade to tell if what kind of the heck is that? Grease off my finger, probably. You cannot rely on the blade shape to say what kind of design it is. It's mainly on the handle and the size, the overall size of the knife. So yeah, the handle. I truly like this design. I mean. It's as usual with Bob. You don't expect to have some curvature, some craziness. It's going to be like a straightforward. Those knives, he designed them to be used in a combat situation. Those are the tactical knife. I mean, literally, he wrote the book of how to make a tactical knife. So this knife is not made, for an EDC or cut your paper or whatever. This is made for trusting your peers in a combat situation. So definitely for me, not a user by no means. But as you know, I just adore the art, the history, the way he works with the knife. This is, to me, it's sufficient. If I don't use it, I don't care. Those knives, they're not, to me, designed to be used, at least for me. They're designed to be fondled and appreciate for the mechanics, for the craft, for the artistry and everything. So, speaking about artistry, let's talk about this handle. Look at the contouring that it does here. So you have here the piece of silver twill. Here you can see the layers of whatever the heck is the silver twill in the carbon fiber. You can see the layer, and it's very, very, very appreciable. Just like mokutai, you have all the pattern of the mokutai, and then you can appreciate on the edges the layers. This is really, really amazing. I love it, and the contouring is everywhere, as you can expect from Bob. Look at that, perfect contouring. And of course, what I like here is the fact that he put an inlay of carbon fiber. And I like the different finish because this and this, the checkers pattern, is the same. It's just the way he will work on it. And you can tell because look at the backspacer. Boom, 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 boom. Then here, he made the finish that you have here on the inlay. So I truly like to have those different, shades and flavors of this carbon fiber. Here, the carbon fiber with the checkers pattern. Here, the finish, which is raw like that. Here, the silver twill, and here the raw finish. So basically, it's all carbon fiber with different flavors in the finish. This is something that I truly adore. Truly adore. Same on the other side, and the usual, since last years, the usual in between 3D and band clip, but with hidden material. And the contouring also on the clip is very interesting. Look at that. Very, very interesting. Contouring everywhere, as you can expect from Bob. The junction here, it's almost as if it was only one kind of carbon fiber here. You have absolutely not the slightest, and being it's carbon fiber, you cannot even tell the difference between the two material. The junction are absolutely seamless on both sides, and not only on both sides, but here also, as you can see on the contoured part. Look at that. It's seamless everywhere. This is just incredible. This is what makes Bob, for me, at a special level of craftsmanship. Let's move on. Now, we've talked about the handle, and yeah, of course, the backspacer, as I told you, it's just beautiful. Now, the action. Something that I really like on this thing is the flipper tab. The flipper tab is, to me, the perfect design for flipper tab. So, I should have called Bob and asked him, but I wouldn't call that an LPF, no, the low profile flipper tab. The low profile flipper tab is more with roundness, and it's a little bit less protrusive. So this, to me, is not a low profile flipper tab, but per se, it's low profiled as it is now, because it's really a small one. You see here on the handle, you have a little cut here, and just this amount of flipper with some nice jimping here is sufficient to provide a very snappy action. And as long as you have a small one like that, square here with some jimping, and if you put it just above the pivot, this is where you're gonna have a snappy action like nothing. And as you can see, the action is just incredible. So those are the last build, and he makes them on bearings. So action is just fantastic. As you can see, this is exactly the right flipper tab that every maker should make. It's beautiful, it's not really protrusive, and it works perfectly well. Upper position, square here, some jimping, boom, you got it. So the pivot, of course, the stop pin, of course, is internal on this one. I don't know why I say of course, but whatever. Now, action, just brilliant. He did something that, to me, it's the first time that I see on his knife, which is here, and I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to show you with this light. Let me see if I can focus. Yeah, you see it. Maybe you see, maybe you don't. But he did put, yeah, you see it here, steel insert which is, the lock side here. It's, yeah, you can tell here, the lock side is the steel insert that is up in an upper position than because of the cut here of the handle. This part of the liner is not in contact with the blade. You see, this is just the steel insert that is in contact. I haven't seen Bob doing any steel insert, so that for me is a premiere, and I really like it. Really, the liner is thick. I like that. It's strong and thick, and you have this nice jimping. The engagement is just perfect. No stickness whatsoever. The cut, the relief cut, is done in a way that you have absolutely look at that. I mean, no stickness, and it's smooth as butter. You can disengage it with absolutely no effort. It's effortless. Now, the blade. The blade is, oh man, as I said, I absolutely adore this finish on this one, and I would call that a triple grind for sure, because you can definitely call this swedge, this long swedge with a harpoon, a ground part. So yeah, you have 1, 2, 3. So here, of course, the flat is here, as you know with Bob, small flat on this one. It can be smaller than that even, but this is the flat part. So this 1 ground part, 2, triple grind for sure, with this nice, I wouldn't know how to describe the shape of this blade, but yeah, almost a Persian with a harpoon or whatever. You see, it's just beautiful. No need to put any names on that. I really like the fact that he put also some jimping on it, and with this nice ramp, it provides a very, very nice grip, and it's very efficient jimping here, very efficient. So with the guard that you have here and the jimping, this knife won't go anywhere if you want to trust whatever you have in front of you. Dan, I don't know what happened, because my finger is a little bit slippery. That's the first time, literally, that I missed one action on this one. Sorry about that. Something that I don't like on Bob knife, I'm no fanboy. I love Bob, but something that I don't like is the fact that you see the hole, the different hole here, but it's just to say that something is not as perfect as I like it to be. But other than that, what a great knife, just fantastic. And this one is sharp, really sharp. As I say, it's not a slicer, but it can be. This one can be used actually to slice for sure. Truly appreciate this grind and this finish. I like his logo. Usually I hate the logo, but Bob logo is just something that I like. Maybe I'm a fanboy, I don't know. But especially with this finish with the stonewash, is like you cannot even tell. You see it. If you look at it from really a close position. But I like this dragon. I like the Nuncan Segundum writing. I like it. It's just the way it is. So yeah, we are I forgot to mention, but as you can see, it's, I would call that perfectly centered. A tiny bit on the right, but really nothing crazy. The detent is really fair for a liner lock, and the action, as you have seen, is perfect. What more can I say other that I'm really pleased, because to me, getting a knife from Bob is always a true pleasure, and if everything goes the way I want them to be, maybe not now, but after I don't know, in September, maybe I should get an epic one also. So I'm counting the days to get any new TERZUOLA, and this is why I truly appreciate this day, and I hope that you appreciate this knife as I do too, because it's a true masterpiece, as Bob knows how to do them. And with that being said, my friend, I will leave it at that and catch you very soon for another video. But next week, I'm going to be on vacation, so don't expect to have any videos from me. But maybe after that, in July, I will have some time to make new videos about new knives to come. Hopefully, I'm always waiting for new knives, at least in my mind. Catch you very soon, my friend. It was a pleasure to do this one, as usual.